Now in the 5-year category, again, we are showing you, we have clubbed the funds from multi-cap as well as mid-cap. And these are the nominations, which is Equirus Long Horizon Fund on the top position as per the CAGR returns, and then followed by the other names. And we have used the respective benchmark to calculate their information ratio. Let's have the awards. On category 2, we have Narnolia Financial Services Multi-Cap Strategy. Let's have the next award. On rank 1 goes to Equirus Securities Long Horizon Fund, and they were number 1 as per CAGR, as well as they are on number 1 as per the information ratio. And Equirus actually did very well even in 3 years. If we were to do a consistency oriented awards, Equirus would have got that award as well. But because we already have 12 categories, and we wanted to kind of give awards to all the unique names, that is why we have done all the unique categories. Let's have the next category.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is the time of celebrating the top PMS and AIFs in India. The finale of the event is here now. The moment that we've all been waiting for. Yes, that is the moment that has arrived. India's Smart Money Manager was 2022, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by PMS AIF World in collaboration with Team IIM Ahmedabad. And a very sophisticated methodology has been designed around risk-adjusted returns, as pointed out earlier on by the CEO and founder of PMS AIF World, Mr. Kamal Manocha. Now, the entire team at PMS AIF World, and of course, everyone who's a part of this, our partners, everyone's really excited, and so are the audience members for these awards. The reason is, like as it was pointed out by Mr. Manocha, we had over 3,000 registrations for this event, which makes this event a very significant one and a very sought after one. And now I'd like to tell you that for the awards particularly, we had 131 PMSs and 37 AIFs that participated. And that's why that led to 12 award categories that have been thought through completely. And on the basis of that, we have 20 awards, ladies and gentlemen, in this award ceremony that have been decided, 15 for the PMS participants and 5 for the AIF participants. So I'd like to tell you all that I have with me from IIM Ahmedabad, Shripat and Tej Kiran, and they are now going to be explaining the methodology and process of the Smart Money Manager Awards 2022. So I'm going to take them. I'm going to actually request them to take the stage, and I'm so excited and exhilarated, I can't begin telling you. I guess I will just give it over to them so that we can begin with the awards shortly after the methodology is explained. So take it away. Shripat.
Yeah. Thanks, Aishwarya. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you are having a nice day. Tej Kiran and myself, Shripat, we are second-year students from IIM Ahmedabad, and we are part of BETA, the Finance and Investment Clubs of IIM Ahmedabad. We have worked on this project wherein we'll walk you through the methodology and basis for the awards. And before we dive in, we would like to thank the PMS AIF World and team for enlisting us for the project, and also thanks to all the funds who are part of this. Next slide. Firstly, we have used NAV data available till 31st December 2021 for our evaluation, and we have received this data on Excel for a total of 131 PMS schemes and 37 AIF funds. So our objective of categorization has been to A, rewarding the long-term performance of sizable funds, keeping portfolio risk in consideration. B, recognizing funds who have been newcomers to the industry, keeping in mind COVID-19 disruptions. And finally, prioritizing categories with a relevant number of funds in the consideration set. At the outset, we have ensured that the methodology followed exhaustively covers all the funds and removes any biases, if any. Moving on, we wish to give you an overview of the methodology that has been used to arrive at the winners. First, we have identified the categories for which awards are to be issued. The categories are long-term and short-term wealth creation in PMS, fastest wealth creation in PMS, then looking at AIF as a category, and finally a theme-based award for post-COVID performance. For the purpose of nomination and adjudging the winners, we have looked at two critical metrics. One is the return CAGR over the defined time period. This is a simple point-to-point CAGR of NAV that indicates the returns. And second, for the purpose of calculation of the risk-adjusted returns, we have used the information ratio or the Sharpe ratio as the case may be. So what is information ratio? Information ratio is calculated as incremental returns over incremental risk relative to the benchmark. So here the benchmark can be Nifty 500 or Nifty small cap index, etc., as the case may be. And incremental returns are the alphas of the funds relative to the benchmark. And incremental risk is nothing but the standard deviation of these alphas. So that's how we define incremental return and incremental risk. And incremental return over this incremental risk is nothing but your information ratio. And when we are calculating this information ratio, we have looked at YOY alphas on a monthly basis. That is year-on-year alphas on a monthly basis. So these are not the monthly returns, but instead rolling returns on a monthly basis. So taking you through a particular category in detail, if we look at the long-term wealth creation in PMS, we define here long-term as funds existing for more than 3 years. So we follow a 3-stage process wherein we first identify the funds that are qualified or eligible for the awards. Next, nominate a certain number of qualified funds based on the CAGR, and then adjudge the winner based on risk-adjusted rolling returns. So qualification criteria in this case is broken down into 3 broad buckets. So if the fund exists for more than 10 years, it must have an AUM size of more than 500 crore to be qualified for awards. Similarly, for 5 years, it is 250 crore and so on. And out of the set of qualified funds, we nominate funds based on highest to lowest CAGR over the defined period. The number of funds that are nominated is a maximum of 5 or 25% of the count of the qualified funds. And of the qualified funds, winners are decided based on their information ratio. So we have used similar methodologies in short-term wealth creation as well. Now, as far as AIF is concerned, the segments are long only, equity long short, and pure long short funds. So in long only, the criteria for number of nomination has been changed from 25% to 50% of qualified funds, given that the number of funds is less and we would like to remove any sampling bias, if any. And coming to long short funds, since these are absolute return strategy funds and are supposed to give uncorrelated returns to benchmark, we have used CAGR and Sharpe ratio for the purpose of our evaluation. So there are special category awards as well. One is the fastest wealth creation award in PMS and theme-based award for post-COVID performance. I now hand over to Tej, who will take you through the categorization and number of awards in a greater detail.
Yeah, thank you, Sripad. Moving on to the awards that award categories and the awards we have. As we had mentioned, in the 10-year category, we had 18 funds that had qualified based on the AUM criteria and based on the inception of PMS license, and of which we nominated 5 funds based on top 25% or the minimum of 5, of which there are 3 awards given to the 10-year category. And in 5 years, we had 31 funds that are qualified. Now, there will be funds that are eligible for multiple categories. A fund that has been around for N years is eligible for all categories of awards that are less than N. So 10-year funds will technically be eligible for all the categories. So looking at the 5-year awards, we have 31 qualified funds, of which we nominated 8 funds based on the criteria, and we have 2 awards. Starting from 3 years, we have started to split the mid cap and small cap as a separate category, and multi cap and large cap as a separate category, because we found there are enough funds in both the categories in this time horizon for us to split them and evaluate them according to each of the risk return characteristics. So in 3-year multi cap category, we have again 40 funds that qualify, of which 10 nominations and 2 awards. Similarly, in mid and small cap, we have 11 qualified funds, of which 5 are nominated and 2 are awarded. And in fastest wealth creator, that's not a risk adjusted. It's based on it's given based on absolute CAGR over the given time period, which will be December 2018 to December 2021. The nomination qualification will be identical to the multi-cap category. But the awarding criteria from nomination to award, it's instead of information ratio, it's based on absolute CAGR. Going to the next slide. And then in the short-term category, 2 and 1 years, we look at as short-term categories. And again, in 2 years, with the same idea as the 3-year category, we have split the funds into mid and small cap and multi-cap and large cap. And if you see, we have 54 funds, of which we are giving 14 qualified funds in multi-cap and 1 award in 2-year category. And similarly, 1 award in this mid and small cap category out of 5 qualified funds from a pool of 15 funds eligible. From 1-year funds, and I like to highlight here, as Sripath had mentioned in the qualification slide, till 2 years we always used risk-adjusted rolling returns, because that measures standard deviation over a longer period of time. But again, in 1 year, if we do YOY, it's just one data point, and it's that standard deviation does not make any sense. So in 1-year category, we used standard deviation on monthly returns with respect to the benchmark in order to measure volatility or tracking error of the funds. So in the 1-year category, we have 59 funds that are eligible, and that will be the largest number, because as we see, the funnel keeps expanding as we go to from 10 to 1 year, of which 15 funds qualify, and we give awards to 2 funds. And I'd like to note again here that in 1 year, we have considered only multi-cap and large cap funds. And the idea behind this is that although the general consensus is that the last 1 year has been blockbuster for mid and small cap as a category, we felt 1 year is not the ideal time horizon to evaluate the risk return characteristics of mid and small cap. So we stick to multi and large cap in the 1 year category, and start looking at mid and small cap category from 2 years onwards. And there's also a last thematic award in the PMS umbrella, which we say it's based on absolute returns and theme identification, and that's based on absolute CAGR achieved over the last 1 year post-COVID, and also based on the themes, sectoral themes that have been identified post-COVID by the fund, which I'm sure Mr. Kamal Manacha will talk about when he's presenting the awards. Now, I would like to move on to the AIF category. And in AIF, again, I would like to note that the risk return characteristics is that we have calculated the information ratios for long only funds, because again, long only funds have a benchmark, and we'd like to see how better the funds have performed vis-a-vis the benchmark. And the information ratio has been calculated in a way identical to the methodology explained in PMS, taking monthly returns. And as noted, we only had 12 funds in the pool of nominated funds. We have 100 AUM, 100 crores of AUM as a criteria for qualification for any AIF, long only, long short, both. So in this, we saw that there are just 12 funds, so we felt we should nominate at least 6 funds in order to avoid any small size bias of the pool. And coming to long short, both categories, equity long short and pure long short, we are using only Sharpe ratio based on the volatility of the portfolio on a monthly basis. And we pretty much evaluated all the funds that were part of this program, and the only one fund that was not nominated in long short was because of the 100 crore AUM category, AUM cutoff. And we have 2 awards in the long short category, equity oriented long short, and we have 1 award in the pure long short category. I'd like to hand it over to Mr. Kamal Manocha for presenting the awards. Thank you for lending us your ears.
Thank you, guys. I think the entire presentation that you gave, showed the hard work that we as a team have done, and thank you again for that. So to everyone who is watching us now, I would like to start with a disclaimer here that all these awards are done on historical data, and as we all know that historical performance data should not be relied upon for any future decision making with regards to investing. You must deep dive the portfolio and understand the portfolio from the context of its future potential, and align it to your risk appetite in terms of taking your decisions. And none of these awards is a kind of a claim that these are the best strategies. This is only an endeavor which is done from education perspective, to understand all these track records of fund managers over a respective period of time. We have also tried to eliminate the bias, because in last 2 years we have seen a massive small and mid cap rally, and they are bound to kind of come in all categories, the mid and small caps. That is why I am reiterating that we are not doing mid and small cap awards in the 1 year category, but obviously in 10 year and 5 year there is a bias to mid and small cap, and that is where we could see winners coming from mid and small cap in 10 year and 5 year because of that bull run. But obviously that is to be acknowledged, because if mid and small cap has run up, it has run up, and in long term it kind of proves that yes, mid and small cap does give better returns than multi caps. So now we will start with the awards. At Portfolio Management Services, let's have the nominations. In the 10-year category, we are starting in the 10-year category. These are the 5 nominations, which is Master Portfolio Vellum Discovery Fund, which has a 10-year vintage and 573 crores of assets. And you can see the CAGR and the benchmark that we have kind of shown you. So these are the 5 nominations which have been kind of now shown in the descending order of their CAGR returns with the respective benchmark. But yes, the winners and the awards, have been kind of judged on the basis of rolling risk-adjusted returns and not just on the basis of CAGR. And let's have the winners. And on the rank 3 is Greek Capital Multi-Cap Growth Equity Strategy. Congratulations to Greek Multi-Cap PMS. Let's have this rank 2. Master Portfolio Services, Vellum India Discovery Fund. The award goes to Master Portfolio. Many congratulations to you as well. And the first award, which is the winner, is AccuraCap Eco Power. Many congratulations to AccuraCap. Again, I say these awards are on the basis of risk-adjusted returns, and obviously, these are those funds which have actually delivered more than 25% CAGR returns and have done more than 10x multiplication of wealth over last 10 years. But yes, they have also stood well when they are analyzed on the basis of information ratio to understand their risk-adjusted returns. Let's have the next category. Now in the 5-year category, again, we are showing you, we have clubbed the funds from multi-cap as well as mid-cap, and these are the nominations, which is Equirus Long Horizon Fund on the top position as per the CAGR returns, and then followed by the other names. And we have used the respective benchmark to calculate their information ratio. Let's have the awards. On category 2, we have Narnolia Financial Services Multi-Cap Strategy. Let's have the next award. On rank 1 goes to Equirus Securities Long Horizon Fund, and they were number 1 as per CAGR, as well as they are on number 1 as per the information ratio. And Equirus actually did very well even in 3 years. If we were to do a consistency oriented awards, Equirus would have got that award as well. But because we already have 12 categories, and we wanted to kind of give awards to all the unique names, that is why we have done all the unique categories. Let's have the next category. Like the guys just mentioned, that in 3 years we have divided categories in multi-cap and mid and small cap separately. So we are having the multi-cap nominations. It's in front of you. It starts with Samiksha to Region Capital to Stallion Asset Core to Solidarity to Green Portfolio to ITUS Capital. All these guys over the last 3 years in multi-cap have done phenomenally well. And if we were to kind of now find out which are the guys which actually win on the basis of risk-adjusted returns, let's have those awards. On rank 2, we have Stallion Asset Core in terms of the risk-adjusted returns. Let's have category. Yeah. So, and the winner is Solidarity Advisors. Next slide, please. Yeah. And in this category in multi-cap, we also realized that not just risk-adjusted performance which should be awarded, we must award only returns on the basis of CAGR, and that is where we have this category which is fastest wealth creation in the multi-cap category. Because again, I'll reiterate, this is because Samiksha Capital Equity Fund actually delivered in the multi-cap category returns even better than mid and small cap. Many mid and small cap in last 3 years. Though last 3 years we have seen a lot of bias towards mid and small cap, we are not doing a fastest wealth creation category in mid and small cap because mid and small cap are meant to kind of create wealth faster. But if a multi-cap fund does that, it deserves that acknowledgement. That is where we have this category. Next. Now we have, awards for mid and small cap in 3-year category, and these are the nominations. As I said, Accurus Long Horizon Fund again appears in 3-year because their returns have been quite consistent, and then followed by Accura Cap, Sage One, Master Portfolio, and then Ambit Emerging Giants. These are the 5 nominations as per the descending order of CAGR. Let's have the awards on the basis of risk-adjusted returns. On rank 2, we have Equirus Equities Long Horizon Fund. Equirus got number 1 rank in 5-year and number 2 rank in 3 years. Let's have number 1. And number 1 in 3-year goes to Sage One Investment Core Portfolio. Let's have the next category. And this is the category on 2-year awards, whereby again, risk-adjusted returns, and we have multiple nominations because in last 2 years, as you know, we have seen massive bull run, and this is the multi-cap category where we have starting from Legion to Value Quest to Wise Markets to Samiksha to Green Portfolio, and likewise you can see on your screen. Let's have the awards. The winner, we actually have only selected one winner on the basis of risk-adjusted returns, because in 2 years there is no point talking about more number of awards, and we wanted to restrict number of awards to 20 and wanted to acknowledge all the players who have done really well, and hence award here goes to White Oak Capital because of their performance judged on the basis of information ratio. And this is the category in 2 years for mid and small cap. Again, we have one winner here out of these 5 nominations. Let's have the award. And the award goes to Sage One Investment Small and Micro Cap Portfolio, again on the basis of risk-adjusted returns. Now, finally, coming to the last category in PMSs, which is the 1-year category. Again, I'm saying we have not done mid and small cap category here because mid and small cap 1-year performance, judging them on 1 year doesn't make sense. So we have on multi-cap, there are multiple names. All these are, meaningful names, and all of them have done really well, the ones which have been nominated. But yes, on the basis of risk-adjusted returns, we have 2 awards. On rank 2, we have Kotak AMC Special Situations Value Fund. On the basis of risk-adjusted returns, they came up really well in last 1 year, and the performance on the risk-adjusted returns comes on rank 2. On rank 1, we have Legion Capital Special Situations and Technology Fund. Again, they ranked number 1 on the basis of CAGR as well as on the basis of information ratio. Finally, we have the last category, which is the thematic category within the 1-year multi-cap category of portfolio management services, where as per the performance in last 1 year, Carnelian Asset Advisors Shift Strategy comes on number 2 after Legion Capital in terms of performance, and there is a marginal difference. However, because Carnelian Shift Strategy was started post-COVID, and it was a very good discovery and very good, I would say, idea in terms of creation of a strategy, which is the shift strategy, which is focused towards manufacturing and IT. And for that, obviously, they deserve an award, and their performance speaks about it. Many congratulations. Let's have the AIF categories of awards now. So in AIF, this is the long only category, which is similar to PMSs. We have followed the same methodology, which is risk-adjusted returns. And in the three-year category of long only AIF, there are these 5 nominations, starting from Roha Emerging Fund to Abacus to Alchemy to iWealth to Alchemy Leaders of Tomorrow. Both of their funds, both closed-ended as well as open-ended. And then finally, MK Emerging Star Fund. All of them actually did really well, but the award goes to the 2 players on the basis of risk-adjusted returns. Let's have the awards. On number 2, we have Abacus Growth Fund, which is a multi-cap fund, and the award and the number 1 award goes to Roha Emerging Companies Fund. Fine, let's have next category. Yeah, now these are long short funds. And just to again, say what Sripad and Tej had mentioned, we have judged all the PMSs and long only category of awards, to understand the risk-adjusted returns by using the information ratio. But for long short funds, we have used Sharpe ratio. And we have here used for these long biased long only funds, which is like equity long short funds, so which is long biased long short funds, we have used 18 months as a mechanism, 18 months as a time period, because 18 months is the minimum time period which one needs to keep in mind to invest in these equity long short funds. And these are the nominations on the basis of the CAGR returns, starting from Edelweiss to Avendus to Tata Equity Plus to again Edelweiss Series 2, and then True Beacon, ITI long ITI long short fund and DSP India enhanced funds. We have the CAGRs. The order of their nominations is on the basis of the CAGR, but obviously awards have been judged on the basis of Sharpe ratio. Let's have rank two. Rank two goes to Edelweiss Asset Management on the basis of Sharpe ratio over last 18 months. Let's have the winner, rank one. Rank one goes to Tata AMC Equity Plus Absolute Return Fund on the basis of Sharpe ratio. In fact, in this category, Sharpe ratio actually is very meaningful. And if you were to see, this presentation after these awards, we will have this available on our website. Where we will show you all the numbers also. Each and every number in terms of information ratio and the Sharpe ratio. The results are very, very meaningful. Let's have the next category in the final category. Now, this is the final category of these awards in AIF, which is AIF Pure Long Short Funds. We have judged these awards on the basis of 12-month returns, because here these are considered to be absolute return funds. And minimum time horizon that one must keep in one's mind is minimum 12 months. And that is where we have kept 12 months as a criteria to judge these awards. And here number of players are very low. So that is where we are showing you four nominations and one winner. So the nominations and the winner in this category is White Space Alpha Debt Plus Fund, based on their 12-month of performance, again judged on the basis of risk-adjusted returns calculated as Sharpe ratio. Many, many congratulations to all the winners, and thank you everyone. Back to you, Aishwarya.
Thank you very much, sir. I think many congratulations from my side also to all the winners. And ladies and gentlemen, finally, we've come to the end of this well thought out event. On behalf of PMS AIF World, I have to take this opportunity to thank and very heartwarmingly, earnestly thank all the speakers and moderators who took out time from their schedules, marked their presence here, and shared their wisdom and expertise with all of us. So thank you. Let me also thank all our partners for the event, our title partner, Quest Investment Advisors, Gold Partners, Axis Asset Management, IIFL Asset Management, Narnolia Financial Services, Tata Asset Management, and White Oak Capital Management, and our silver partners, Carnelian Asset Advisors, Edelweiss Asset Management, ITIS Capital, Kotak Mahindra Asset Management, and Sundaram Alternates. Thank you, partners. Without you, this event wouldn't be the success it has become. So thank you once again. Last but not the least, I'd like to thank all the attendees and viewers. In case you missed any session whatsoever, and you want to rewatch one, do subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay updated. We will upload all the sessions on our channel in the next few days. And of course, the past editions of our summit also can be seen on our YouTube channel. So there's a lot to gain from subscribing our YouTube channel, PMS AIF World. Now, PMS AIF World, ladies and gentlemen, an alternates-focused new age investment services company is really highly selective in its approach and analyzes PMS and AIF products across the 5 Ps that I have been, again and again stressing on, covering people, philosophy, performance, portfolio, and price. And that's how they ascertain the quality, risk, and consistency, the QRC attributes, before offering any investment product to its clients. So invest with PMS AIF World in the best quality products and make the right investment decisions. You can even book a call with PMS AIF World's team of experts and you will not regret it at all. In fact, you will stand to benefit so much from them. So all you have to do is log into pmsaifworld.com and you will find yourself at one of the most knowledge-backed platforms so that you can learn, compare, select, and invest in PMS and AIF products. The team of experts at PMS AIF World are highly qualified, experienced, and articulate people. You're most welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to an insightful experience of knowledge-backed approach to investing your hard-earned money. So with that, on behalf of PMS AIF World, I, Aishwarya Singh, would like to thank you all for attending the confluence and hope that this event did bring in a lot of value addition to your investments. It's now time for me to take your leave. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay invested. Goodbye.